to La Casa de Fiesta, one of the runners took 3 hours, and we went through it
We're
the
off.
whole way.
La Casa de Fiesta. We got Ferry the Bottle at Sanctuary and Bombs at Link's house. So that's going to be probably a very early trip to Kakariko. I saw Crystal at Hera. I think I saw Pendant at, not Hera, Crystal at Desert and Pendant at Hera and East Palace. Okay, our tracker got that.
Looks like Mentos Man is actually headed into perhaps the escape sequence. It looks like SAGTG is headed over towards Ahashwala. Going to put at least one of those bombs to good use.
3 IMs there, and if he decides to dip into Eastern, a potential additional 3 IMs up there. Plus, it's the Green Pendant, so if he can finish Eastern early, that will be 7 IMs total because he can turn the Green Pendant into Shirashila right now.
Well, right now he only has bombs, and the area of escape where you find the uncle in that first chest was a giant swing and a miss. 10 arrows, and it looked like 3 bombs.
It didn't look like GTG got much of Shirashila's claws, and it looks like Mentos Man is going that way as well. GTT is going to take a dip into Eastern. Again, potential of 3 items here if they're all grabbed early. If he finds himself a weapon, depending on who the boss is, we may be able to clear this dungeon and get the Green Pendant.
Well, if it is the Armos Knights, I think you can do it with a level 2 sword. I don't know if you can actually get to the boss without the bow, however.
If there's no red Armos, you can get to the boss without the bow. Armos does take a lot of level 1 sword hits. They do have regular damage outputs. They're not just weak to bow, which is kind of good. We got Akarox blocking the map room right now. That's kind of trolly.
And it looks like Mentos Man seems to be all in on the Eastern Palace strategy. SAGTG finding the big key.
Let's go ahead and save some time without loop. He doesn't have to go through... he doesn't have to backtrack to the big chest. He can just grab it on his way through.
Now, not that I'm going to question a runner, but it feels like Kakariko would have been the better play just on the sheer number of items that you'd potentially have access to.
And you also have the bottle. You also have bombs from Link's house. There's a unique item in Lost Woods, so you could check Lost Woods right there as well, because there's a unique item there. There's a reason why that's usually the big play in most runs. We got a level 1 sword, so they may take a gamble and go to the end. It could be blind at the end of this dungeon. They have to traverse the dark room, though. And without the lamp, dark rooms are even more scary because you don't know what's in the dark rooms. Like right now, we have a freaking Cyclops. A Hinnock, right?
Yeah, that's going to make this a little rough because you can just, oops, I'm dead, and not even see it coming.
It looks like there was a shadow in the switch room where the key, not the switch room, but the key room on the right. Oh, there's a Staffo in there, and GTD dies.
Yeah, let's press F to pay respects to SAGTG there. That was a dark room, and it looks like he's just going to nope right on out of there, head to the sanctuary, get the bottle, and if he does not make a left turn here, I will be disappointed.
Now, he knows there's a unique item in Lost Woods. It could be anything, including the single arrow, because that's actually coded as a unique item. Or, it could be a cane of Samara, or Fire Rod. It could be anything.
Yeah, that's quite true. It could be anything, and it looks like SAGTG, with that knowledge, is going to put, the hint tile to the test and down the hole.
Ooh, our tracker is pointing out that the pedestal is part of the Lost Woods. Mentos Man was able to get out of the Hinnock Sappho room. We were going to find out what's in the vanilla big key chest. Wow.
Oh, those big words tripping you up today, aren't they?
A little bit. The Power Glove, and Mentos Man found the third item in Eastern, and he's noping out. So we know the boss holds the map right now for Eastern. But GTD does get the Power Gloves, which means he can now check the back of Escape now. But he's going to go to CAC first. I would have grabbed that fish and take it to the vendor. It's right there. That's...
Yeah, that might be a little bit of a misplay, but Mentos Man seems to be hanging around the dam area, SAGTG, into Blind's hut.
We get a little bit more money. We get a blue mail at the dam, so now he's a blue ghost. We got a heart container in the bottom of Blind's hideout. There's nothing else in here unless there's something big in this chest. The book!
That is a big book. Learn to read.
We have literacy.
Is a very good thing to have.
All right. The dam also came out of nothing. We can see what's in Mini Moldrum Cave. Ooh, we got a roller. A couple of rollers there. Those are not fun. Those do a lot of damage. Another heart container in Kakariko Well. Mini Moldrum Cave is basically mini Helmosaurs and Moldrums.
Well, I saw the last couple chests of the well, and it did not look like anything too great was to be found. Ooh, flippers at the
for
bottle
100 rupees. Nice. Quake at the back of Mini Moldrum Cave. That's about the only big item back there.
Well, that might allow us into Misery Mire or Turtle Rock.
I always hate this for Walk and Enemizer because there's so many things that could be out there. And then you get the, vanilla jellyfish things. Sick Kid gives some love. There's been a lot of heart containers in CAC. GTD is already back up to 7 heart containers now.
Surprise chicken nuggets in the back of the bar there.
I'm hungry for chicken nuggets, man. Why do you have to do that to me? Alright, Mentos Man gets $50 from Ice Cave, and he is going to hopefully go to CAC. That's about the last place I can think. There's a cape that's Boots Lock in the library.
And SAGTG is going to take a look-see, and no, not worth doing the race game for that.
So with gloves, we could check the back of Escape. We could do the front of the Zelda, the Hyrule Dungeon.
Looks like SAGTG is going to head toward the dam, as Mentos Man is going to pick up the unique item in Lost Woods, which we know to be the Power Glove.
That doesn't mean there's still not a unique item on, I just completely brain fart. The pedestal. Mentos Man not grabbing the 20 rupees. Kind of a strange play there.
Perhaps not really thinking long-term Zora investment program?
With how limited this Star of the Seed has been, I'm seeing... Of the places we have not seen yet, we got Desert. Desert's now maybe... No, we don't have Fire. So we can still maybe get 2 items from Desert plus Desert Ledge and Agon. Brain for Agina. That's a Monday. Have you ever had the case of the Mondays?
Oh, very much so.
And we also got the 3 items at the back of Escape, plus the Escape itself we have not seen. So we're about ready to find some major progression here soon. I'm going to be very worried if we find Master Sword, because that might be pointing us towards Aga. Wow.
Well, we would have limited Dark World access with the first glove, or would we need the Titan's mitts?
We need either Hammer or Titan's mitts. Because we need Titan's mitts to pick up some of the easier to reach Dark Rocks. If we get Hammer, we can go to Village of Outcasts and Hype Cave. But then we still need Moon Pearl. We don't have the Merle yet.
And that's always one of those things that, for all the times I do this, I always get myself tripped up on the simple stuff.
And yes, we still need Lamp for Agon logic. But I'm still going to get worried for these runners if we find Master Sword very soon. Because then more likely Lamp is like a Spear 1 item, because they expect you to have like Lamp to be, Eastern and Turtle and all that stuff. There's a lot of areas that need Lamp. Trying to see what's in Waterfall Cave. I forgot Waterfall Cave was up here. 2 items are up for grabs. We get ourselves the Mirror and bombs. Mirror's pretty good. We get Fire Source, then Death Mountain's unlocked to us. Or West Death Mountain.
Well, it looks like SAGTG is at least going to check the ledge and find a flute.
So that also opens up Death Mountain. Ooh, Minto's man is going to go ahead and do the race, not knowing what the prize is.
Ooh, unfortunately, the joke's about to be on him. But SAGTG making what's probably the right play here by hitting up the Zora's Ledge and picking up the flute.
Now, there's still some light world checks we can do. You can still activate the flute, go to desert, check Desert Ledge, open up desert, and see if you can find the 2 items in there. Potentially gain, if he finds fire, possibly gain his first crystal. Looks like both our runners are going to go into the back of Escape. Almost holding hands while doing so.
Oh,
that's a disgusting room. Oh! We got the small key, we got a red rupee, and we got the map. So everything else is at the front in Hyrule Castle. It looks like Minto's man is going to Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, SAGTG, I'm kind of hoping, is going to sing for us a nice little tune and have the Mallard be empowered here.
The goose is loose? The duck is amuck?
Oh, the fowl is on the prowl.
Alright, everyone, stand and salutes! Alright, so we got the bird release for GTD. Minto's man is going to go ahead and finish out Hyrule Dungeon. And we'll see where GTDG decides to go with his flute And he went back. Oh, he's going to check Hobo, I think.
Well, with the flippers already, a lot of these points where you would have to fake flipper, for example, are just there, ready and waiting. So you almost overlook them at this point, going, oh, well, it's not a sequence break. It's no fun. I'm not going to find anything too fancy over there.
He gets $50 for his trouble.
Rupees.
Rupees. I call them dollars still. Oh my goodness, that Zelda room right now. Yeah, let's start out with the roller, why don't we? Oh, we got thieves in the desert. And we're going to pray that something good is in desert.
Well, that roller...
Mintos forgot he had a fairy!
Oh, the fairy in a bottle. Oh, what a shame. But the roller will make this quick, as it's doing 2 hearts worth of damage.
Ooh, this isn't a good sign. We got some red Armos already in desert. Without a bow, this is going to make some rooms a little difficult, and we may be bow locked if they decide to put red Armos in the enemy rooms. First time is 10 bombs, though. What is that? Oh, that's a Hinnock. Okay.
And we have a nice little troll hint and a key on the torch.
So we are boots locked, at least at desert. So now we're up in Death Mountain. With the mirror, we can go into Tower of Hera and check the items up there. As long as you don't get bodied by these rocks. Oh, there's some shadows in it too. We got Swagnet and Dark Cross.
Ooh, interesting find.
I was going to give these runners some safety later on. Maybe grab more fairies in the bottle.
Oh,
Big
it's
20 on Spectacle.
Great weakness is the bug net.
Mintos, you've already checked that area. Oh, he's going to Houlihan. He's going to get the money for Zora.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty close. He'll be at about 420, 430 once he's done picking all this up. Oh, not even. Wow, I'm bad at math.
So we got Couch Cash at Ether Tablet. And we're going to dip into Hero. 2 more items up for grabs. It is a blue pendant, so we're probably not going to finish this one.
Yeah, not unless there's
First
an item.
Red.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're going to have to find the burrito compass and
A bottle's in Turtle Rock. That's one of the 4 items in Turtle Rock. We got ourselves a key, so this dungeon is not fire locked. What if Zora has the major progression item we need?
I will laugh, and so will Mentos Man, because that would mean he's making the right play. Just entering
grabbing
and
mirror, grabbing flute, and grabbing the progression all at once. That would be pretty big. Not gonna lie. Oh, we also have Nasty Agina. Mintos Man can go see what's going on with Agina. We got some Bowlock dudes right now in Hera. And another troll hint. Oof. That Lionel is not going to let you do this bomb jump, dude. Not without you taking a lot of damage.
oh, he gets
And you
set
fall.
off. Well, Agina's cave had a whopping
Big 20.
red rupee in it. Joy.
Big 20. Looks like
Yeah,
GTG is going to do this intended route. That's still going to be tough for that Lionel.
I almost think it might have been worthwhile to try to throw something at the Lionel to just kind of get rid of it. But
Oh, he's going to do some pause strat. So it looks like the other item is either fire locked or on the boss.
yeah, that's. Ooh, I don't think it's worth the time investment to check if it's on the boss. So we don't know if it's going to be Moldorm at the end of Hera or
It
not.
could be Armos, which we can't kill yet. It could be Trinix, which we can't kill right now. We got Hammer! We got 2 of our 3 pieces to go into the Dark World. The lamp requires the hammer. Oh my.
Oh no, that's a spicy one.
That's a perfectly placed hint for where the item was.
And chat was pointing out something that I was going to point out. The Armos Knights are defeatable, but we may as well just put down our headsets, turn off our mics, and take about a 5-minute break, because that's about how long we will have before the first Armos statue will fall, by just kind of whacking away with that fighter sword.
Oh, with the hammer, we can explore East Death Mountain. That's probably what the lamp is.
Yeah, Mentos Man checking the hobo and finding 50 rupees. He had enough to head up to Zora already, but I can't see how he's not going to journey north and check out the swimming spots up there. But well, looks like gonna have a go for... No, there it is, going to the whirlpool.
Alright, we go down Spiral Cave. We'll see what awaits GGG down here. Oh, big 300. Well, if there's something at Zora, GGG just got his Zora money.
Yeah, I think we're going to find that out pretty quickly, as Mentos Man is headed into Zora's domain. Has the money for Zora, and is definitely going to back around to the ledge once he scopes out the flute.
We still have 7 items in here in Paradox Cave. Some big items to check. We get Master Sword and Ether. That's Master Sword, and if Lamp is in this top half of Paradox Cave.
So I think I'm rooting for the lamp to show up in these 5 chests. Oh, there's the
Pearl. That's full Dark World access. Aga is dead. And Pegasus boots. That's a top tier Paradox Cave.
Oh, and through all that excitement, I didn't even see what Zora had on Mentos Man's side.
300. He gave 500 for 300.
That's not the worst exchange. I mean, you learn a life lesson that these Ponzi schemes just don't work out very well for you. But,
GGG was going to check Lumberjack now that he had boots.
yeah, Bonk Rocks.
Now with boots, Desert's probably completable now as well.
Alright, it's that time for us to stand at attention and salute as we have the playing of our Hylian national anthem.
All right. So the Lumberjack Cave was another big 20. It looks like GGG is going to give us some hype, while Minto's Man is going to sequence break. Ooh! That's not a friendly sight you want to see while in dark rooms.
No, that means there's a spike going around there as well from the tinging around. Ooh, that's going to be a rough one.
Looks like GGG is going to go ahead and grab this hint in Swamp real fast. Some bombs are above the pode. We will not see Graveyard Ledge. Old Man's... Well, there's also some bombs.
Yeah, probably for the best that Link took away those bombs.
Oh, do not dash through these grass.
Oh, a little bit of a surprise.
But we are getting Hype Cave, though. Do not dash through that grass. Wow. We get more bombs at the start of Hype Cave. Bombos! Piece of heart. 5 rupees. Oh man, that one just bombos. Yes.
That's alright. I was about to say that one bombed, but, you know. Depending on if Meyer or Turtle Rock need bombos to get in there, that's maybe like a 2 of 10. And that's assuming the bombos is of any value whatsoever.
There might be some enemy rooms where those ice monsters show up. Don't forget, like, they may be in one of those clear our enemies rooms, and if the ice monster shows up and they don't have Fire Rod, then they can bombos to get through that.
Alright, that is a very fringe case.
And, what's his name? Cold Stare can also show up as a boss. We may have all Cold Stares.
I think it would cost the entirety of the magic meter to do that.
Yeah, that happens.
But I guess it's... you do what you gotta do, I guess. Well, so far it looks like Skull Woods is not exactly the greatest.
I've never been a fan of Skull Woods, even as a kid.
Say GTG actually passing up chest. Guess gonna pick it up on the way out.
One of those chests is a small key. He didn't want this room to be filled with holes while there's a laser that's blocking his way. So...
thinking ahead, yes. That's,
Yeah, that laser was in a very troll spot. Or... what is those called? Like eye somethings.
The Igors.
I thought Igors was like the Cyclops.
You're trying to have...
Beamos, that's what they're called, my bad. I'm having the case
Thank you,
right now.
Yeah, trying to remember the instruction booklet and Nintendo Power from so many years ago is not as easy as I'd think it is, but we're going to see our first boss.
Alright.
Looks like we have Mothula.
Mothula without her spikes is not that bad of a boss, especially with Hammer. You know, just a handful of hammer hits, that's a dead moth. And the other item was a red rupee. That was a wasted boss fight.
Oh, come on. That's the blue pendant. We know we need it for the pedestal. I'm all for this boss kill.
And of course, GGG didn't clear out the rest of Hera. When we're in one item left for go mode, I mean, this might be where Minto's Man might regain some time if GGG does decide to go do the fire room and the boss.
Well, SAGTG also, I don't want to say orphaned off, but overlooked Zora so far. I don't recall there being a hint saying Zora had, well, nothing useful.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Mentos has been very diligent with his checks, which late game, GGG might have to go backtrack to those checks while Mentos will just regain that time as we get the Bloomerang in the brewery hut.
Yeah, so this looks like Thieves Town's going to be in the near future for SAGTG, but we're going to play the chest game. And
we've been very item drought this season so far.
I almost would have thought about doing the digging game, perhaps, but there are 4 chests here in Thieves Town that are fairly easily accessible.
Another big 300. Gotta be careful with those fire
bars. Yeah,
fire bars.
And Mentos Man gonna pick up the boots. And I believe the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, so Mentos Man probably has about is behind about 5 minutes, depending on what checks he decides to do. If he thinks he's running behind, we'll see what he decides to do. It looks like he's going to do Hype Cave.
Yeah, SAGTG picks up the big key, which I was pretty sure that last chest there had to be the big key, otherwise this would have been impossible to finish.
I wouldn't mind like a change in logic. We have Trinix as the boss of Thieves Town, by the way.
Oh boy. Hello!
So, since Thieves Town is a Crystal Dungeon, that means we need both rods this time around.
Oh boy.
Wouldn't it be funny if they coded to where you have to still take the maiden and all of a sudden she turns into Trinex?
Oh. Oh, that would be so brutal.
Or
so
you take
brutal.
the maiden and then all of a sudden it goes like from Link's Awakening. And it's actually Muldrum.
Oh. Oh, that's so bad.
We're going to see what's on Bombo's tablet, by the way, which is some heart. It's another heart.
Ooh,
GGG does have the fairy, I was going to say.
But yeah, that is the fairy. Mentos Man using it much earlier. Oh, getting a troll hint.
That's the third one. We've been getting trolled quite a bit. Those BMO's placement, by the way. They did not want that switch to be hit.
All over the place and just in the most brutal spots.
Oh my god! Oops, all BMO's. We're getting K45, by the way, on Minto's Man's side.
Yeah, SAGTG not...
Ice Rod!
Oh, there is one of the two. So
Nice Rod.
SAGTG's not going to bother delivering the maiden here. I think you just go straight to the boss room at this point.
There's still one chest down there. I have not been counting items in Thieves Town. Oh, no, 2 chests. My bad. There are 2 chests down there. Stumpy does have a shield. We got the map, and we got the big chest. Mentos Man is doing the digging game. The amount of digs is the same each time. We got a Tipper sword out of 10 digs.
Yeah, that was a real good digging game. So,
there was nothing else in Thieves Town.
Yeah. So SAGTG is probably going to head down to that digging game. And, actually, Jeremiah World Tour, perhaps?
He doesn't have
Pick up the library item, the cape.
Yeah, he's getting the cape. I don't know if we checked Bumper Cave yet, but we don't have the mitt, so we can't do Jeremiah yet. Unfortunately.
Well, I believe there was 20 rupees outside of the Bumper Cave.
Alright, so yeah, the cape will still be useful for if Vitreous is the boss. With boots and the cape, they can just go invisible and dash across the eyeballs until they all die.
So it looks like SAGTG is going to play that digging game, and that'll be a tempered sword.
Mentos Man is going to see if his boss kill was a good play.
So we're going to have a pedestal check by Mentos Man.
Everyone get your ped hypes in chat. Ped hype, ped hype. Have a better defense in front of you. That's a shield upgrade. Ped is dead.
Boo.
I haven't seen a shield as pedestal in a while. GGG does get his ice rod. He knows he needs that.
And there's the Fisher Price, my first shield.
We really don't have that many places left to check right now. Pyramid Ledge.
Well, we can't go into... well, I guess we could go into Swamp Palace.
We can see if we can get the 6 items early. We still need Hookshot. But if Hookshot's here, then it's potential we can go ahead and clear this dungeon. It is a crystal. We have flippers.
Well, do we need the Hookshot because of Argos, or is it just... or Argus, excuse me. So if Argus isn't at the back of Swamp Palace, do we need the Hookshot at all?
You need the Hookshot to get to the back half. Because you have to hookshot over the gap.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
First time of the Sixers, bombs. I mean, there is still a lot of iron density here in Swamp, but it just always feels so bad when you know you have to go through a dungeon twice. Like, that's most of the reasons why no one does early Swamp plays most of the time, because you know you have to do this dungeon again. You're going to be spending about 5 minutes in this dungeon.
Yeah, there's no easy way around this dungeon either. You can't set yourself up for a shortcut, as it were.
We got Anti-Fairy trolling Mentos Man right now. Yeah, with the limited amount of items that their runners have found so far, I guess they found about half the items now, but the timing is taken for most of them. I wonder if GGG just feels behind, which is why he's doing this play right now. Or he's doing this as part of his own personal world tour.
Well... if you kind of get a little bold and just go, alright, well, I'm going to make this kind of crazy play. Mentos Man not using the mirror, but Gonna just try to kiss Trihex there.
That's weird that he went ahead and let himself die. I mean, it's the same result.
But this is... let's see, Mentos Man is still...
Wait, did we just flood the key? I think GTG might have just flooded the key.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, he already got it? Okay, no hook shot can flood the key. I'm so used to people doing this dungeon with hook shots, so... I would have still picked it up, at least.
One of those times where it's just like, alright, I am just going to...
I would have still picked it up, just so you don't need to grab it later.
You know. Mentos Man gonna troll bomb and end up missing the area to shed some light on Trihex.
Alright, so the last chest that GTG can check is the big key, which means now we have another chest to check.
Yeah. I almost... Well, I guess mirroring back to the front would not put you in a better spot to get back to the big chest, but Mentos Man is going through the remainder of Thieves Town, and... got wild goose chases aplenty here. Oh, that's the shovel.
Speaking of wild goose chases...
So let's see. The hammer to the shovel. And it looks like Bombos for SAGTG, which I believe was a full heart.
I mean, it's nice. You now have a full row of hearts. And he also has not checked Agina, so that's going to be his 20 rupees.
Now, I think SAGTG is going to end up back into Desert Palace. Oh no, he actually
he doesn't have a fire source right now. It'll be only for one item for this point. Because he has no fire source, he can't fight the boss. He could look for that other item with the rest of the dungeon. And it might be that one item that just triggers the rest of the seed. But I don't see him doing desert right now.
Oh, it looks like it's off to the dig spot we go.
For another 300. He's like, nah, I don't need that.
Eh. Boring.
We already know what's up here on Graveyard Ledge.
Oh, Mentos might not, but we certainly do. SAGTG potentially headed back over to Zora. Nope. Looks like Death Mountain possibly getting the old man. No.
He pulled out the hammer.
gonna head over to Turtle Rock. Can he
We got
get over there?
We got 50 rupees from Graveyard Ledge. Oh, we're going to Spike Cave. Ooh, that bonk is going to make him use that blue potion, unfortunately.
Well, it looks like Mentos Man is gonna head over to the Catfish. SAGTG finding that heart, so not the best Spike Cave. I think Mentos Man might be on the right track here, with Catfish potentially into Palace of Darkness.
And we are really running out of places now, again. Only a big 20. Pays for that flower.
The not immediate save and quit for Mentos Man. Looks like Palace of Darkness is going to be his next destination.
It looks like GGG is also chasing to Palace of Darkness. Maybe check Pyramid Ledge first.
Yeah, with that little left turn there, I was kind of going, alright, this is going to be a Pyramid Ledge into... Oh, what would you have the mirror equipped for, GGG? Are you going to try to warp over? Go into,
Oh, he has not done Dungeon! He has not done Dungeon, so we know there's nothing down here. So Mentos Man, I think, just tied it up right now. If he goes to Palace of Darkness and finds some items, he just retook the lead, just took the lead, I guess.
Between the two restreamed runners, yeah, absolutely. We have no idea where any of the other non-restreamed runners are at this point, so... You know, our sample size is a little smaller than, you know...
of our two restream runners.
I mean, even then, I'm kind of used to having 4, but I guess, you know, hey, stuff happens, and we only have 1 tracker with us today, so it looks like 2 runners.
Well, if you were watching a Super Metroid Zelda 3 randomizer, we always have 3, even if there's 1 tracker. Plugging other randomizers. Alright, we're in Palace of Darkness right now. Party in the front, business in the back. We're going to find ourselves up to 6 keys up here in the front, possibly some items as well.
And there's a key. And SAGTG finds a key, leading to the arrows. And that should just about do it for Hyrule Castle for GGG. No. We're going to check the Uncle and that last chest. Which, as we know from a long time ago, is a great pile of not much.
At least there was no red mimics to bowlock the area. Get yourselves a big key, that's a nice find. And GGG using the portal, more than likely he's going to go to Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, that seems to be the spot that the runners are being kind of pushed toward, but I think GGG might end up at a Catfish.
Yeah, there's really not that many spots left.
Oh, not many that are outside of any kind of dungeons, that's for sure. This is almost, okay, can you get into this particular
We get the
dungeon
single arrow.
and just kind of go for it?
Alright, so we're about to go into the back of Palace of Darkness. We found ourselves a lot of keys already.
And oh yeah, GTG is going to head back up to Zora. Good call, Chad, on that one. Chat reminding me that GTG did not check Zora, so this is going to be another out of the way sort of.
Yeah, this is something I did point out early on that GTG was not as thorough as Mentos Man was. And so, even though he had himself a decent lead for a while, as we find the Titan's Mitts in Palace of Darkness, that opens up a lot more right now. That's big. But as I was going to say, though, Mentos Man, basically because he was thorough, is able to basically regain a lot of time here as GTG does a lot of these one-offs.
Well, the problem for GTG is that he has to basically retrace his steps. He went back into Zora's domain for a second time. That is going to cost you a little bit.
We got ourselves a little bit of a hammer jump here.
Oh, and he pulled it off.
And we get a map. So more likely, because the lamp is hammerlocked, it's at Hammer Pegs right now. That's the only place I can think of right now. So the game actually probably expected them to go out to Hammer Pegs after finding the mitts in
Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, so they want to require double dip to Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to be able to do this dark room within logic without the lamp.
Oh, we got ourselves the cane! It's the cane of Samara! Palace of Darkness is being all kinds of hype right now.
Yeah, that was a really good find, but I think
Turtle Rock is now open! It may be Fire Rod locked, but Turtle Rock is now open.
Yeah, but I think Mentos Man is going to end up at Spike Cave. No, he's not going to take the bait, so Mentos Man might be headed over to Turtle Rock.
This is the biggest gamble, because if Turtle Rock is not Fire Rod locked, we could potentially see like Mimic Cave and like most of this dungeon, possibly even complete it right now, depending on who the boss is. At the same time, we can also see Dark Death Mountain checks, Super Bunny Cave. We don't have Hookshot yet, so we can't check Hookshot Cave, but that is...
Well, that just made Bombos a lot more valuable, because that's what we needed to get into Turtle Rock. So Hype Cave gets a little bit of an upgrade from a 2 to maybe a 3.
And it looks like he is not going to go into... he was just opening it up. Okay. I was getting kind of hyped, because I like when players make plays like that. There was a retro run where both runners were like looking for both rods for like 30 minutes until someone made the Turtle Rock play, and it turned out it was not Fire Rod locked in, but Fire Rod and Ice Rod was on Laser Bridge. We have ourselves a mushroom!
Oh, that might put Kakariko Town back into play, and the Witch's Hut.
Looks like Mentos Man is going for the very first chest in Hookshot Cave.
Hookshot Cave, yeah.
It's just bombastic. It's all good. Is he going to go for a hover?
They might be. Oh, let's go hover.
There's a fire rod bar there. You were not going to hover that.
Denied. Go up. Hover. Go, go, go. Do it. Do it. Yeah.
We got ourselves a magic powder.
All right, let's go. One more. Let's see it. Oh, the hover strap's in full effect.
Get ourselves the red mail. Oh, he's still going to go for this last chest.
Oh, that's going to be absolutely impossible. The fire bar is going to reject him every time.
Reject him like my last 3 girlfriends. Oh, wait, what? Is he going to keep on trying? He's going to keep on trying this. Oh my god.
This is insanity.
This is swag. This is all this is swag right now.
Oh, if that fire bar would move just a little bit slower, I think he'd be able to pull this off.
Why is he going for the diagonal?
Well, if he goes to the fire bar, he's going to get denied. What I think he wants to do is try to hover. Oh my! Oh, he's going to go for the cape. That is an interesting.
Oh my goodness! Someone needs to clip this. Oh my god! Well, while this is going on, SAGTG is kind of getting a little bit of regaining some ground. It looks like he's going to go ahead and clear east. No, he's just fluid.
Oh, Mentos Man gonna give up on the dream of hovering for the last chest in Hookshot Cave.
Oh no, he's grabbing the big pot of magic. He's going to go grab the big pot of magic. He's going to keep on trying.
I approve of this so much. This is hilarious. I am rooting for you, Mentos
Viewers,
Man.
Follow Mentos Man's lead. Never give up on your dreams, on anything. He's going to die if he falls. I want you all to know that. Oh!
Was that the fire bar that got him?
I don't know! We got Jeremiah. We got hammer pegs right now. We're going to see if the lamp is in hammer pegs.
He either fell or the fire bar somehow got him.
He had to have fallen. He was invisible. He had to have fallen. There's the lamp and hammer pegs. Pod was a double dip, a required double dip, possible triple dip, depending on who the boss is. Desert is now completable. Oh my god, he's buying green pots. Is he going to try this again?
I certainly hope not. I really hope to see Mentos Man try to get back on track.
We got the fire rod! Jeremiah is the fire rod. So Pod to Mitz to fire rod.
Well, that puts Thiefstown back into play.
Yeah, no, Trinex is fully beable now. We got Meyer shed checks now. It's also Ether at Meyer. Oh yeah, we still need bow for Pod, so yeah, it might be a triple dip.
Alright, you still need the bow no matter what to get past that statue. Oh, the Redarang, and it looks like a checkerboard cave for Mentos Man.
GTG, because Mentos Man fooled around a bit, is now, I feel like, back in the lead after doing those checks. We have ourselves the hook shot!
I don't know. Hook shot. That's kind of a thing.
I wonder where Mentos Man is going to return to now.
Yeah. Actually, I think we might have been debated here. Mentos Man seems to have something else in mind.
He might be doing Jeremiah, because he has mitts. He also knows hammer pegs is the possible lamp. So now he's following GTG's footsteps, where GTG was following his footsteps. And GTG is going straight to Trinex. He got some potions. He's going to go ahead and defeat the three-headed dragon to get our first crystal. At an hour, we have yet to get a crystal.
Yeah, so far we only have a pendant on Mentos Man's side. But yeah, we're about an hour and a minute in. By the time
it's going to be about minute 1 whenever we get our first crystal in the game. That's kind of crazy. But now we have a lot of items. Like, I mean, we find bow. I will say bows are go mode. Yeah, bows. I feel like bows are go mode right now.
Well, the blue cane wouldn't block anything. So, depending on what we end up running into, we
didn't see magic bat, did we?
Well, we will now.
Silver
and that's the
arrows!
silver arrow.
That's pretty big. I'm not going to lie. Once we find the bow, if we find it early, that's possible. Like one shot most bosses.
Well, yeah, chat pointing out that since Palace of Darkness is a crystal, we definitely will need to find the bow. I was going to theorize that we may not need the bow at all, but SAGTG might be on the right path for picking up a hook shot in the Mire Shed right now if they head over to Checkerboard Cave. And that looks like exactly where SAGTG is headed.
So he's going to get the hook shot. He might go ahead and finish off Swamp Palace. Mentos Man with the chest is primed to go straight into Swamp as well. I mean, he also has Trinix to kill, which he may be doing that now.
Yeah, I think he might be just kind of... Oh, no, that's interesting. Yeah, it looks like he's going to finish his Uber Eats delivery and then head back over.
With Fire, GTG knows he can finish this dungeon now. He also has Dash Boots, which means he can bump into the key here. That still looks so weird.
Yeah, that's a cute little interaction with the sprites. Layering 101 of sprites in a Super Nintendo game.
No one said that randomizers were glitchless. Ooh, that's a disgusting room. Good thing we have a level 3 sword. Oh, there's our second item. That means all we got left is the boss. Go and pick up the big key so we can get to the boss, but we won't be seeing the big key chest. Try next.
No, there can't be anything of value in it, so looks like straight to the back of Desert Palace we go.
So, who do you think the boss is going to be?
I'm rooting for Armos Knights.
Alright, Mentos does get the Trinex kill. That's his second boss with first crystal.
And the only reason I'm rooting for Armos Knights is it'll be the one time that they get the long program for their dance session. Every time they get cut short, and it is just such a tragedy because they put in so much work. And
Guys, we've been practicing for this for the last 3 months.
Exactly.
Don't fuck this up, guys. Steve, I told you to practice your moves, man. What are you doing, Steve? We got Helmasaur King. Not so dangerous. Takes some time to kill, though. Ooh, that's a nice little color formation. Looks like Mentos Man is going to do Mire.
Yeah, I think no matter what boss we find at the end of these dungeons, they're all defeatable.
Dead Rock Troll! Oh, the Dead Rock Troll.
Oh.
He was going to do the dash and just fell. Looks like GGG is also going to be doing Mire here.
Oh, Mentos Man using ether to try to clean up the mess a little bit here.
Those shadow spirits are very annoying. You miss your time to kill them, then you have to wait like 5 seconds.
Oh, that's a little rough. But, oh.
Now again, there are 2 items here in this dungeon. Runners would like to find both of them in the big key quite early, so they don't have to do the fire locked rooms.
Well, that's a burrito. That's not going to help much for Mentos Man.
I see you've been talking about chicken nuggets and burritos. I mean, dude, I'm already hungry, man.
See, it's late enough at night for me that I've already eaten, so, you know.
Be considerate, dude. Be considerate. All right. Nothing so far.
Me considerate? I don't think so.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and check Firelight rooms. It seems like already. Conveyor rooms and randomized enemies is always something scary, in my opinion. Okay, first Firelight. Oh! Alright, that wasn't so bad. I thought that was going to completely block him, but he's fine.
Yeah, that the roller bar didn't seem to be too worried about getting in the way. It would have been much more difficult if it stopped near where the chest was. And it looks like we're going to get a bit of a cutscene here, aren't we?
Yep. I wish it showed the room being blown up. I mean, you know it's getting blown up, but I mean, it would be neat if it did show that. We also get another hint here. We're looking for a bow hint. The Moon Pearls in Paradox Cave.
Thanks.
We're in dark... Alright, well, that's a big fiver right there. I mean, was there a way they could have glitched into this dungeon in Super Bunny? I mean, there's a way they could Super Bunny in this dungeon, I know that. I don't think there was a way they could have gotten into the dungeon. There's our big key. And we're not checking the big key chest, or does Rora get the 2 items in this dungeon? This might be a gamble. Oh, both my items are found. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go to not Vitreous.
Well, it could be Vitreous. So far, we've only had, you know, a sighting of one boss each. It's not like we've had all one particular boss. It might just be that the bosses are shuffled up a little bit. So,
yeah,
we'll see what we have.
We also haven't had a chance to see most of the bosses. The runners really haven't gone all the way to the end of most of these dungeons.
No, but we have seen Trinex. We've seen Mothula.
We've also seen Helmassar. So what should we see this time?
Oof, let's see. Well, they don't have the bow, so I'm kind of hoping for the Armos Knights, just because it would be, you know, a pain in the butt to deal with. But realistically speaking,
It'll also be a pain if it's Trinix again. If it's Trinix again after they wasted all that magic.
Oh yeah, you'd get kind of just get denied at that point. Oh, unless you had a potion of some kind.
Is the swamp still damaging if a boss is alive in this boss room? Because Moldrum would be a pain if that's the case too. It is blind!
Oh, and it doesn't look like Mentos Man can go up onto the top half to have a go at blind.
The goo still hurts, the Aigoo hurts, so probably the best boss for this room.
Oh, this is just disgusting. Yeah, he's taking damage going on the top half of the screen, but Mentos Man able to finish off blind. And that'll be a key.
Which is nothing that we know. And that's going to be actually 2 crystals a piece for these runners? No, 3 crystals because GTG is going to be getting his 3rd crystal here. So yeah, that's 2 crystals a piece for like the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, Mentos Man has finished 3 dungeons, but one of them was the blue pendant.
Which we now know that Ped is dead was a waste. Mentos Man is going to go ahead and clear out Desert as well, so that's going to tie them up there.
So this won't be too long, but SAGTG will be in the lead for a short while with 3 crystals until Mentos Man.
When they both go to Swamp, GTG has killed out most of Swamp. So he just has to do the back half. So Mentos Man is still going to be in a disadvantage while going to Swamp. Because he's going to want, unless he goes full on back and finds the bow in the back half of Swamp, he's going to be behind.
Well, I can't see Mentos Man making that kind of a reach. I don't recall him having any kind of a hint like that. So Mentos Man is going to lose some amount of time between now.
Well, in most runners, they like going to the back of Swamp because if they can find their Go Mood Iron back there, it saves them from doing the left part of Swamp, which saves them 3 minutes. So a lot of runners will just go straight to the back of Swamp and hope that Argus and the 5 items that are at the back of Swamp is the key.
Well, we don't know Argus is back there or not.
I mean, Argus, Armos, Moldrum.
Yeah, whoever the boss may be this time around.
Yeah, there's still four items in the back half of Swamp. I mean, that's more than the 2 items on the left part of Swamp. The 2 in the left part of Swamp is a very long trek to get to them. So most runners will go to the back. It's more of a meta play because 4 items is more than 2, and if they find all the items or find their go mode back there, then they can skip the left part, which again is like a 3-minute time waste.
All right. Well, SAGTG at this point is going to hopefully show us if the bow is hiding here in Swamp Palace.
It almost has to be at this point in time, unless Turtle Rock is not. Oh, no. Turtle Rock is now also fully clearable as well.
Well, I was going to say Ice Palace should be on the menu.
That's true as well.
Because I would just kind of go Swamp Palace, potentially over to Ice Palace. I believe the items in Skull Woods have been accounted for.
There may be one in the back half of Skullwoods. I believe there's one left. But we still have 4 checks here at the back part of Swamp.
Well, it looks like Mentos Man is actually going to go for Ice Palace.
Nothing in those chests. That anti-fairy is stuck. Alright, we just got the boss left in Swamp Palace.
And so all that item hunting in Swamp Palace might turn around and bite SAGTG if Mentos Man comes across a bow. If Mentos Man has the ability to go mode Swamp Palace, I think that's exactly what he's trying to hold out for.
Swamp Palace is one of the best dungeons to go mode. Looks like we have Moldworms in Swamp.
Lanmolus.
Lemurs, my bad. Warm creature monsters. Alright, so there was nothing in Swamp.
No. So Mentos Man might just be making that fancy 200 IQ play without really knowing it.
Some cash is held by someone friendly. That could have been Zora. That could have been Catfish. They both had cash in them.
We don't know what Sahasrahla has at this point.
I mean, Sahasrahla could have the bow.
I mean, that's kind of like the troll that I'm looking for is, you know, having to go Eastern Palace. But I guess, no, I guess you wouldn't need the bow to get through Eastern Palace, would you?
No. Unless there's red Armos blocking the way, there's no required. Not red Armos, but red Igors. Those are the only things that will be preventing you.
Palace of Darkness seems like it's going to de facto be the last dungeon before Ganon's Tower at this point. Unless the bow shows up between now and then.
Looks like we were going to get a Turtle Rock dive here from GTG.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that SAGTG would be wanting to do in the area.
Now, completing Ice Palace will give us our 5-6 crystals, which opens up the Pyramid Fairy.
Well, it looks like SAGTG is heading into Hookshot Cave.
We have not seen the 4th chest in Hookshot Cave. That could also be the bow.
Yeah, we do not know what that the Firebar chest is.
Oh
my!
At 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 19 seconds, SAGTG is in go mode!
Oh, what a kick to the pants for Mentos Man. He put all that effort into trying to get that chest, and that's the one he's going to orphan off, and it's the bow. He could have had go mode so much, you know, like, what, 20 minutes ago? If not more.
Oh my goodness, that is devastating. Oh, you have to feel bad for Mentos, man. Because he tried to get that chest for like, what, 4 or 5 minutes?
Oh yeah, he put forth a great deal of effort into trying to get that fourth chest, but the Firebar just denied him.
Oh,
And,
now, man, now GTG can do Go Mode Turtle Rock. Depending on where, like, the keys are located, I mean, he could skip half the checks. He doesn't have to do Mimic Cave. I mean, oh, man.
Oh, this is just so disgusting for Mentos Man, because he'll be able to finish Ice Palace. We'll see what ends up awaiting him, but it would be unfortunate if it were the Armos Knights here. No, it might be a second sighting of Lanmolas.
So, Lanmolas in the blue dungeons. Oh, man, no, that's just... And the thing is, like, Go Mode Ice Palace is like 5 minutes less than full clear Ice Palace. Yeah, you get half magic from that, but that's still painful. Now, Mentos is going to take his time to go check Pyramid Fairy. He still is going to full clear Swamp. Oh, man.
Yeah, SAGTG right now is a crystal ahead.
If I was SAGTG, I would have gone and cleared Ice and Palace of Darkness, then Turtle Rock straight to Ganon's Tower. I'm not, like, I mean, that would have been probably the fastest routing. I guess since he felt like he was right next to Turtle Rock anyway, he was going to do it, but he was only have to climb up Death Mountain again regardless. But still.
Yeah, I think I agree with your routing there. Because Turtle Rock, you're going to have to do it anyway, so...
At least, I mean, you're
with
right
the bow,
there.
you can save it for last.
I want to say we have enough keys to go straight to the boss now without going into Laser Bridge. Yeah, that'll be right, because that'll be, yep. So we're not going to see Laser Bridge from GTG. Or we shouldn't.
Oh, that doesn't mean we won't see Laser Bridge, but GTG, I don't believe, has any reason to do it whatsoever.
Silvers, that'll probably be his only thing he might be looking for, but he knows he's in go mode. He's just going to go. And Mentos Man is going to full clear Swamp. Feels so bad.
Not a bad idea for GTG, but now we get to see what the back of Turtle Rock has waiting for us.
Another Helmsar King! With the right color scheme this time around. So that's the 5th crystal. Go Mode Ice Palace and Go Mode Palace of Darkness is quick. So yeah, no. What turned out to be a very slow start had a very quick, like, second half.
Oh, that's just...
The thing is, like, this normally wouldn't feel that bad, but Mentos Man tried everything in his power, and he was, like, a pixel away from making it to that chest without hookshot. Like, if you rewatch this VOD later on YouTube at Speed Gaming YouTube, you will see how close it was. Yeah, no, Mentos is going straight back, just like what I was saying before. Most players like to go straight back. The thing is, he's going to re-dip Swamp to check the last chest. Ah. But he was like, that he was so close.
Yeah, that's just such a savage, set of circumstances for Mentos Man.
And if it wasn't Enemizer and it was still this seed, he would be in go mode right now. He'd be in Ganon's Tower right now.
Oh, absolutely, because he would have went through Ice Palace and just ran right to the end. Swamp Palace here ran right to the end. And I believe he has...
He didn't have Fire Rod at the time. He would have needed Fire Rod for Turtle Rock, but still...
Well, he had Fire Rod fairly early, though, because Thieves Town was...
He didn't have it.
His second crystal, if I'm not mistaken.
He didn't have that at that time, unfortunately. He didn't have Mitts. He did the Hookshot Cave before Mitts. He got Mitts. I don't think he checked Jeremiah until after he did... Because I vaguely remember, because remember I was talking about he could have done Turtle Rock without Fire Rod. Remember how I was talking about that? That was a strategy he could have done and see if he could get to Laser Bridge where items could have been.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he did have Fire Rod because I did that whole discussion. Because that is a strategy you can employ. It's a risky one. It's as risky as Swamp Palace on Hookshot. Now, see, Mentos Man, yeah, he beat the Lamolas, but he's now going to go through again to check big chest and left side, which is going to take him another 5 minutes.
Yeah, so he could have been out of there a little before 127. We'll see where he ends up actually leaving Swamp Palace at, as SAGTG makes his way to the end of Palace of Darkness.
That's a Mothra.
Oh, with a couple spikes in there. I don't know if they interact with Mothula in the same way Mothula spikes do. But,
I don't think they do, but without a Conveyor Belt, Mothra is just a big enemy.
Yeah, that's very true. SAGTG made short work of Mothula this time around.
Yeah, that's what makes that boss fight so annoying, is the Conveyor Belt. So we're going to flew over to Ice Palace, run straight through there, and then we'll be going up Ganon's Tower.
Now, chat's pointing out that Mentos Man will still need to head into Turtle Rock. So it's entirely possible that Mentos Man might revisit that final chest.
By the time he revisits that chest, we'll be playing the Ganon's Tower guessing game.
Yeah, for SAGTG, yeah, absolutely. I think you're pretty...
Yeah, because SAGTG just has to go straight to the end of this dungeon. With Kane Samara, it is a very quick bomb jump. The Ice Palace bomb jump cuts half this dungeon out, especially when you're in go mode. He doesn't need to check any of the chests. He'll be at the second Lamola fight here in about 2 minutes, unless he gets some trolls before then. The thing is, I was going to dock Mentos Man some points for that him trying to hover for 5 minutes straight and how he kind of like lost the lead with that. But if he would have made it though.
Yeah, risk versus reward, and unfortunately, it all the risk and no reward this time around.
It's like that. What's that picture of like the two guys that are mining for crystals, and one gives up when he was like one hammer pick away from the diamonds. Another person is like going full speed ahead. Yeah, that was that picture in like real life. Oh, he has to deal with the Wall Master trying to get this Ice Palace bomb jump here, if I can speak.
I think he has enough time. Oh, he missed that jump, but
yeah, and in
order
to do
for the Wall Master to show up.
In order to skip half of Ice Palace, you have to make this jump, and it's a tough jump to learn. But once you learn it, it's a lifesaver. And he knew he had.
There we go.
The hands always respawn though. You could kill the hands, but the hand will respawn on time every time.
Oh, and Mentos Man is going completely off the reservation here. Going to pick up the big bomb and bomb his way into the pyramid.
The only thing I can think of that might be in here that might be of some importance.
Blue cane?
Gold sword. And no, just a piece of art. Nope. Yeah. So GGG, because he did the bomb jump, can now just fall down here, push the block onto the switch, and now he's at the boss.
That's just so unfortunate for Mentos Man, but SAGTG is in for Lanmolis round 2. And Mentos Man going to check the dig spot. Going to get 300 rupees there, if memory serves me correctly. And abandon them just as quickly as SAGTG did. And it looks like Mentos Man's only play here is to go into Turtle Rock. So hopefully, on his way over there, he will go into the Hookshot Cave, pick up that last chest.
And so Mentos Man is going to probably hit Hookshot Cave here on his way up.
That's what I'm hoping for. It looks like he's exploring places I don't think he needs to be in right now, but Mentos Man unfortunately doesn't know that. But with SAGTG on his way over to Ganon's Tower, do we want to play the game?
Yeah, we can play the game. We don't have to start the bot because this isn't a tournament. In order to get to Ganon, we have to beat Agate 2. In order to get to Agate 2, we have to find ourselves a key in Ganon's Tower. Make your guesses 1 through 22. We've already been guessing in chat. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. I thought it was already explained. My bad. It's all good. Yeah, Mentos Man just stalled the bow, and he's actually going to be probably going to Palace of Darkness. So he's doing the ride I mentioned earlier. So he's going to do Palace of Darkness straight. Gomo Palace Dark, and then he's going to Gomo Turtle Rock, and he's probably, I'll say, 10 minutes behind. And it's unfortunate it happens.
Yeah.
But he is in Go mode.
You roll the dice and you just crap out. It just one of those unfortunate things for Mentos Man that the swag strats did not pay off. And the correct answer is number 1.
If this game, like, there might have been a chance Mentos Man could have came back, but then Key 1 happened. Not only Key 1, we also have ourselves a small key with Key 1, which means we don't need to check any of the other chests. This is the God Ganon's Tower. It's been fabled. Stories have told about the God Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, well, you said we'd be looking for a big key. I think we might be counting what phase of either the geometry test or the actual Ganon fight by the time Mentos Man catches up and even
GTG,
gets into Ganon's tower at this point.
GTG will need to fall about 10 times to Ganon for Mentos Man to have a chance right now.
Yeah, that's
It's unfortunate. We don't mean to laugh at Mentos Man's expense. It happens. But sometimes you gotta feel bad for a runner. We are in the gauntlet. It gets a little bit more crazier every room in the gauntlet.
and chat pointing out that GTG does not have silvers, so there is that. But that maybe 45 seconds for
I mean, he'll still need
phase
to
4
fall a
Ganon
handful
without
of times.
silvers.
He still needs to fall a handful of times in order for it to be a chance for Mentos Man to catch up.
So I don't really think GTG is going to be...
We got Armos! We've been looking all over for these guys. Alright, Steve, we practice the stance. Don't miss it. Oh, I'm dead! No. Going for the quick kill. Gotta be careful for the quick kill. Doesn't quite get the quick kill, so he still has to shoot 3 more arrows. It's fine. Mentos Man still has to go through Turtle Rock, which is still a 5-minute time sink. Oh, man. And then there's a chance that Mentos Man goes left.
Yeah, that's true. He might realize he's behind and just go left.
Oh, this is a bad one to get the fire on all the things with.
Yeah, taking the fall there is definitely the right play. And collect the magic refill.
Oh, just a single Octo Rock? Okay.
SAGTG is in a little bit of trouble here. Down to 3 hearts left.
He does have red mail, and there is a way he can just... Oh, he misses the... Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, missed the Annie Fairy. That's unfortunate.
And he gets the piece of heart to
kill.
Victorious! What are you doing here, buddy?
This is fish in a barrel because you can just wail away at Vitreous itself once the main eyeball comes up.
Be hilarious if you could knock Vitreous off the pit. So this Ganis Tower has just been give GTG everything he needs. Like he had the God Mode Tower.
Well, I think we could argue that GTG does, well, it's more a quality of life upgrade in getting the silver arrows, but that's about the most resistance GTG is seeing the entire way through, and we're on to the geometry test for GTG.
Watch him get 2 triples here. And he messes up! I'm sorry I jinxed him. I'll take the blame for that one.
He got 1, he got 2. That looked like a 3, so...
I only heard it twice. I only heard that one once. He might be at 5 or he's at 4 right now. Okay, yeah, he was at 4.
There's the double, so that'll do it. So it looked like 1, 2, 1, 2.
And we now have ourselves a Ganon fight, silverless. Mentos Man is still... Oh no, he doesn't know he could go right here. Whoops.
Well, he might still be digging for...
All he has left is Gold Sword. No, he didn't know he can go... Not right there, but right in the room before that. Because he could have gone into this room from the left. Alright, we got a handful of phases of the Ganon. You gotta be careful though, Ganon still hurts a lot, even with Red Mail.
Well, it looks like he's taken 2 hearts worth of damage there on SAGTG.
I believe the hug is 3, so if he accidentally walks into Ganon right now, that's a death. Oh no, hug is 2, okay.
Well, he just got bonked there, and yeah, that was 2.
See, I don't see that many fights with Red Mail, so I don't actually know all the damages with Red Mail. Because most people skip the Red Mail. Alright, now he has to spin around.
Yeah, this could be a little tricky.
Now he has to hit him as Ganon is going back and forth. He gets... Oh, he missed that one. There's a very tiny frame that the spin will hurt Ganon. Is Mentos going for swag?
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like he's going for the hover. And not getting it the first time. May try it one more time. Oh, here we go.
Mentos! Oh.
Oh. And just using the cane and just saying, alright, no mas.
And as long as GTG doesn't troll us by falling down the pyramid, get your GGs in chat for SAGTG! He's finishing with a time on stream of 1:43:22.
And 5th place overall for SAGTG. Faraime, our 4th place finisher, 142.02. Dracaris, 3rd place, 141.09. Plasma Kappa, 2nd place, 1 hour, 40 minutes, 28 seconds. And I believe Salty Fry is our first place finisher, 138 and 35 seconds.
No, that's a close race overall. I mean, that's 5-minute gap between 1st and 5th. So yeah, no, that's actually pretty decent right there. Mentos Man is about ready to do his Ganon Tower. We'll see if he goes left or not. He was probably swag striding there at the end because he knew finish was up. No, but yeah, that was a very fun run to watch. It had a very slow start, though. That beginning was kind of slow, then it got very, very fast.
Yeah, it picked up. But we have Matt 7898, our 6th place finisher, 1 hour, 43 minutes, 49 seconds.
And we got GTG here in the chat room. GG, GTG.
Thanks. Feeling okay about the 5th place given how long it took me to get to those minutes.
Oh yeah, no, it was a very fun race to watch between you and Mentos. I mean, 5 minutes between 1st and 5th isn't that bad, all things considered.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those cases where a few slightly different calls can make a lot of difference.
Now, if you didn't, do the swan play, that would have been about 5 minutes right there. But don't dwell on the past. Dwell on the fact that you had a good run. That was a very fun run to watch. So, what did you think about the very loaded hookshot cave?
That was really something else. When I pulled the powder out, I immediately thought, okay, I need to think about whether I just commit to a full clear ice palace after this if I don't find the bow. But then the very next chest was the bow, so I just scrapped that line of thought all.
Yeah, so Mentos got into that hookshot room, the hookshot, very early on. Hovered 3 out of 4 chests.
And he missed the one with the bow in it?
Yep, because the fire bar was goalkeeping. He was trying it for, like, he had a lead on you. He was in there for about 5-6 minutes hovering.
I do know that he likes to do that, so I totally understand the sentiment.
Oh man, like the second you found the bow, it felt bad for us as commentators.
I can imagine. That must have hurt to watch.
Anything else about the siege you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about some of my play in the early part of Dark World up that led to me last locationing the mids. So I'm used to, when I choose to play Animizer most of the time, adding all sorts of other nasty things like chaos damage and brick wall and such, so it's ingrained in my mind that I need to avoid dark rooms without the lamp. And by that point in the seed, I really had health and armor and weapons, and I should have just gone for it. And I didn't realize that for a while just because of this habit.
Well, you also got unlucky. Eastern Palace, you had Death in the Dark Room with the Selphos. So, I mean, I don't blame you for avoiding dark rooms. Endomizer in dark rooms is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, that's... It definitely was a little off-putting, but I think just with all the safeties I had picked up in Light World after that point, I should have gone to pot a lot sooner. But I was trying to chase that lamp requires the hammer hint in hopes of just having an easier time with it. And in hindsight, that didn't make a whole lot of sense for my place.
Oh, man. I mean, it was still a good run. I mean, it was very entertaining to watch. Few things Minto did clear Hera. It was a moth on top of Hera. Bo was that magic bat. Shield, as you saw, was on Ped. And we missed out on Eastern Palace and Skull Wood boss fight, so we don't know what chaos enemies were at either of those spots.
I'd be interested to know. I'm guessing that there will have been someone who went to those places.
Oh no! Mentos going for the swag hover gets trolled victorious. Not trolled, toward victorious as he goes for the hover to skip the boss. The victorious says, "Notice me." Oh, sorry, you were saying something.
I sure don't remember what it was. I was enjoying the spectacle.
Freako, do you have anything you want to ask GTG?
Right now, about the only thing that came into my mind was, the early routing. Why not almost immediately into Kakariko? I believe you went. Was it into Hyrule Castle to start?
No. GGG went straight to Shirashula after he gained the bombs.
My reasoning for that was just, with it being an Enemizer seed, being on 3 hearts, no weapons that early on, and Eastern being a pendant, I decided very early on to just bet against the pedestal and the pendants being required in hopes that I could snatch something good out of there, get going, and maybe have a more convenient early run because of it. And getting that sword early did help me, at least from my perspective.
I know, it was a good play. Both you and Mentos actually did early checks of Eastern. Like, both you guys held off CAC for a long time. Mind you, there was nothing in CAC, so it worked out.
Well, the Lost Woods had the glove.
The gloves, yeah. But, I mean, the hint in Eastern helped out with that one, too. I mean...
That's true. Let's see, there was...
Mentos is having a very good Ganon Phase 1 fight right there. That's probably straight into Phase 2.
Better.
Oh, he's in Phase 3. No, yeah, he went straight to Phase 3 with that combo right there. That's very nice. Yeah, he does have silver, so Mentos will be joining us in here, hopefully in about 3 minutes. Oh, by the way, very good Silverless fight on Ganon, by the way. We were really worried that with you at 1 heart, it was going to be not a good fight.
Yeah, that was a little more tense than I intended it to be. What happened was I was going for the Phase 1 Zero Cycle. I got it, but I thought I didn't have it. And so I got caught out of position when Phase 2 started. So I not only took damage, but I had to go an extra cycle on that.
Mm-hmm. So Mentos, let's see, trolls us trying to hover into the Triforce room. Get your GGs out in chat as he finishes with an hour 52.
Yeah, and that'll be good for 10th place overall for Mentos Man.
Top 10's always pretty good, especially with a large crowd. You know, top 10 is something you could be happy with, I'll say.
Yeah, well, I'll help you fill in the gaps with the other finishers. That OK Guy, our 7th place finisher, 1:45, 36 seconds. PRD Wong, 8th place, 1 hour 46, 39 seconds. Trinex, our 9th place finisher, 1:47, 18. And that brings us up to date with Mentos Man, again, being our 10th place finisher at 1:52.15. Ooh. Lin. Looks like they're going to be our 11th place finisher. 1:53.41. Just popping up in the IRC chat. So, with that being said, I think we're going to wait for Mentos Man to jump in and interrogate him thoroughly and then call it a night.
All right, well, I think I'll go ahead and check out here, but thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun, and good game to Mentos Man and to everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done on your finish tonight, and good luck going forward.
And GG.
All right, thank you. I'll be heading off now.
Now let's go ahead and get Minto Man in here. Hey, Mentos, GG.
I guess you could say that.
So, let's talk about the bow.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, we'll just jump right in there and go right toward that big talking point.
That's the only thing I want to talk about right now, because that was, well, one, the hovers. That was amazing, dude. That was very cool. Loved your enthusiasm. We kind of cried whenever GGG found the book.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I lost my my streak there at the end and just could not get that last one. And so I said, if the bow's here, I've lost, so let's just move on. And the bow was there. Yay!
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Now, one thing I'd like to ask you about, as I asked Mentos Man earlier, normally I would see runners starting in Sanctuary and then heading toward usually Lumberjack Cave or just straight over into Kakariko Village. Was there any kind of predetermined path that you found yourself into Eastern Palace very early on?
I have a few different early game routes I try to do. This one with the early Eastern is one of them. South Shore first help as good sometimes. But I try to switch it up occasionally at least to just kind of get some variety in there.
Fair enough, because I believe you started with the Sanctuary, got the bottle straight away, and I was just kind of wondering why, I guess from my point of view, I'd go, okay, I have the bottle, let's go turn it in.
Now, see, if it was a flute, I would have done that. But a bottle, I'm still going to get to Kakariko eventually. Everyone's going to be checking it. It's not like it's going to be a big advantage, so go somewhere else, look for that advantage.
Okay, that makes sense.
That kind of makes sense, but then you also got bombs from Link's house. That would have meant you would have just gotten all of the major CAC checks out of the way. I mean, that's still Spear 1. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I usually, in terms of Sphere 1, I don't really care all that much, so I just kind of do whatever, and generally put Kakariko off, trying to get some kind of early flute or something to help out. But that's been kind of my style of routing for a long time now. A lot of times it bites me, sometimes it really pays off, and a lot of times it's in the middle.
Well, that's an interesting description. Not quite what I was expecting, but it is Animizer after all, so we have no idea what to expect all the same. Aside from the hover issue, do you think there was anything else that, looking back, you kind of go, all right, if I would have done this earlier, or, ooh, I really shouldn't have done this as early as I did in the run?
Kind of relates to the hover, but going to the Mire area and Checkerboard Cave before Death Mountain would have been smart. I just kind of skipped it.
Yeah, because the Checkerboard Cave was where the hookshot was, and if you would have picked that up, that would have made the hookshot cave a lot easier to navigate through.
Yep, although flip side, it would have made me put off the blacksmith and purple chest a lot longer, and that would have gotten my fire out a lot later, so who knows if it would have actually saved time.
Yeah, even so, it was still a good run. Don't forget to give our runners a follow. I mean, they put on a good show, and I don't think I have anything else to talk about.
Well, if you have anything that you'd like to say, go for it. Mentos Man, the floor is yours, as it were, for lack of a better term.
I'll just throw in sorry if I'm a bit hard to understand right now. I had some oral surgery just a couple days ago, still recovering, so my speech is all kinds of funky. But hopefully was at least decently easy to understand.
Oh, I had no problem at all. You sound clear as day to me.
I mean, I'm the one with the speech impediment. I mispronounce almost everything all game. I couldn't even finish that sentence right. It's a Monday. No. You know, our tracker's pointing out that the dark rooms were no issue for you, which was pretty impressive considering dark rooms are horrible in Endomizers.
Yeah, the enemy layout in the couple of those I got through was real nice. Having the sword helps too, of course.
Oh, you didn't even see the Staphos in the Eastern Dark Room. That actually killed GTG whenever he was in there.
I think I threw the key pot right into it and saw it flash up when I went and hit. And it was just like, oh, that guy's there, but he's dead now.
Well, I think if there's nothing else to talk about, we should probably finish up here. We're going past our 2-hour allotted time. Thanks again for the awesome run, dude. Don't forget to give Mintos and GTG a follow. And aside from that, we have dailies twice a day here for Link to the Past. There's also a bunch of other things on the schedule for you guys to check out. And I guess with that, for everyone here at Speed Gaming, for our tracker, I've been Kachiri, and may the Triforce be with all of you.
Have a good night, everybody.